Hi guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own biscuit tack or push pin, and these are really cute and they look great, and I've made quite a few of them as you've probably seen in my charm updates. So enjoy. Here's what you're going to need: blade, some tan type of clay. If you want, of course, you can just make this like a colourful one, which I have done before, but I just want to do a more realistic one today. And if you're doing the more realistic one, you're going to need a chalk pastel, or some chalk pastels, a biscuit mould, and you can purchase these off Etsy stores and stuff. I'm not going to be putting a link down below though, sorry, because I don't. One of these type of tacks. So you can use one of the ones that don't have plastic on, but they tend to be a lot less flat. So what you're going to do is you're going to be cutting the plastic off it. And this is just really helpful. Some scissors, so safe. A paintbrush for the shading. Some translucent liquid Sculpey. If you do not have this, what you're going to want to do for gluing the little tack on is you're going to bake the actual biscuit bit, and then glue this on later. But I'll show you how to do that later. Or I'll talk to you about that later. And a dotting tool, possibly. Okay, so let's get started. Let's start off by just undoing the tack. So what I start off by doing is I just grab some scissors and I cut. You can't really see it that well, sorry. Cut at it like so until I have something that has the casing is slightly coming off. And then I just carry on cutting at that, like this, and just carry on cutting and stuff. It usually goes way better than this. Got this always happening to my teacher. Yeah. Oh, and please tell me if you like the way I'm filming. I filmed, I think, this is my second video I filmed like this, and as you can see, as you can see here, it's just coming off, and there we have it, like that. So that is how you uncase it. Then you're going to want to grab your tan clay, whatever clay you're using. I'm using Tan by Sculpey 3, which I find is far too soft. I don't like how soft Sculpey is. It's too soft. And just condition it a little bit, but with Sculpey you don't really need to that much, I've found. And grab your mould, your clay, and just press your clay into your mould like so, roughly like this. And you see it doesn't look very detailed or anything, and my mould's a bit weird because I made it myself and it's not the most detailed of moulds, but it works pretty well. But anyway, and then what you're going to want to do is just with your blade, just run it along this and just cut and trim it and stuff like this. And I know, I'm really sorry guys about my horrible editing on my videos, but I just use my iPod Touch to film, you see, so I can't really do very much about it, and it's just quickest to use YouTube Capture. It's just the quickest thing to use, but yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so once you've trimmed it all, I'm just grabbing the little scraps I have, snazzy, like that. And then if there is any more excess, what I like to do is I just kind of push it into the mould a little bit more, and it looks fine. Now I'm going to shade the bottom of this. So just, you don't need a texturing tool for this, really, I don't think. So I'm just dusting my brush on my chalk pastels, or chalk pastels as I would call them, but you know. I'm brushing at the edges and stuff, but you probably know how to shade. And if you want, I can put up a video on how to texture and shade, for those of you who don't know, and I'll put it, but yeah, I'm not too bothered about shading and texturing the bottom of mine. And then pop it out of your mould, as you can see. So mine is reasonably detailed, as you can see here. It looks backwards, right, but it is actually the right way around, don't worry. But yeah, so it looks like that. And the reason I said you might need a dotting tool, if your mould wasn't great and it doesn't really define the features well, what you can do with your dotting tool is you can simply just dot in those spots and just so it just looks a little bit better if you want. But I'm not too bothered by it, so yeah. Then grab your then just shade your biscuit top. So I'm just yeah, and you can use pre-shaved pastels or whatever, or just brush them on from the pastel. And my shading and texturing skills, I'm afraid, are not great. So yeah, but yeah, just so you know that. So I'm just shading this, and you don't really need texture because it does slightly make it lose its definitions and stuff. But if you want, you can, I suppose, but it's just a bit pointless, really. And I would advise, like, the main bits you want to shade is like the edges, like you know, a real biscuit would have like the edges darker than the middle, wouldn't it? Kind of, I think, personally. I was like very nervous about that. So then, if you're putting on before baking, what you're going to want to do is you're just going to want to grab your liquid clay. I'm using Bake and Bond by Scorpy. Do a little dot on there. So sticky. And then grab your flat tack, or whatever you want to call it. Tack, push pin. Don't really know what to call it. And just place it on there and it'll work like a glue in the oven. And then bake it at